The music industry is currently paralyzed in a state of total, bone-chilling silence. For years, rumors of the Mansion tapes were dismissed as nothing more than a ghost story, a myth designed to keep young artists in line. But tonight, the myth just became a nightmare. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has officially hit the red button. In exactly 180 seconds, just 3 minutes of leaked footage from his upcoming documentary, the foundations of Hollywood haven't just cracked, they have been vaporized. We aren't talking about a simple beef or a leaked diss track. We are talking about 10 of the most untouchable names in hip-hop caught in high definition inside a private West Hollywood mansion, betraying every code they've ever preached. As you watch this, careers that took 30 years to build are vanishing in real time. This footage shows the Godfathers and the Golden Boys not just partying, but snitching, plotting, and confessing to crimes that will keep them behind bars for the rest of their natural lives. 50 Cent warned them. He told them he had the receipts. They laughed. Nobody is laughing now. By the end of this video, you will see exactly why these 10 celebrities are currently scrubbing their socials and calling their crisis lawyers in a state of pure, unadulterated panic. The industry as you know it is over. To understand why this specific 3-minute clip is so lethal, you have to understand the man holding the camera, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. For over 2 years, 50 has been operating like a shadow general in a war the rest of the industry didn't even know it was fighting. While other rappers were distracted by chart positions and diamond chains, 50 was quietly acquiring the black boxes of the fallen. When the Diddy empire began to implode in late 2024, 50 didn't just post memes. He started buying up bankrupt production companies, hiring top-tier private investigators, and most importantly, tracking down the disposable videographers who had been erased and silenced by the elite. The backstory of this documentary, tentatively titled The Final Countdown, is rooted in a deep-seated betrayal that dates back to the early 2010s. Insider sources claim that during a high-level industry roundtable meeting years ago, 50 Cent was systematically blackballed by a coalition of moguls who feared his growing influence in television and tech. They tried to bury his distribution deals, stifle his music, and isolate him from the mainstream. But they forgot one crucial detail. 50 Cent is a student of the 48 Laws of Power. He didn't react with public anger. He reacted with calculated, cold-blooded strategy. He waited for them to get comfortable. He waited for them to think he had moved on to the spirits and gambling business. He waited until they felt safe enough to be their true, dark selves again. The mansion party in question, the site of the career-ending footage, took place in March 2025 during a supposedly off-the-record celebration for a secret multi-billion-dollar label merger. The location was a fortified estate in West Hollywood, often called the Vault by industry insiders. The guest list was a who's who of elite talent, names that headline world tours and own private islands. The rule was absolute. No phones. No cameras. No witnesses. It was designed to be a sanctuary where the elite could discuss federal investigations, laugh about how they orchestrated the downfall of their rivals, and openly coordinate payoffs to keep accidents out of the headlines. What they didn't know was that the very security team they hired had been compromised months in advance. A lead surveillance technician, who was reportedly discarded by a major mogul without severance, had kept a digital backup of the house's internal, hidden safety feed, a feed that was never supposed to leave the premises. For 6 months, 50 Cent negotiated for that encrypted hard drive. On January 12, 2026, the deal was finalized in a high-security facility in New York. The moment 50 saw the unfiltered footage, he reportedly looked at his production team and whispered, "This isn't a movie. This is a funeral for the entire industry." The tension has been building for weeks, with 50 dropping cryptic emojis and blurred screenshots that have sent shockwaves through the legal departments of every major record label. But the leak of these specific 3 minutes has officially sent the industry into a death spiral. We aren't just looking at celebrities anymore. We are looking at the architects of a corrupt system caught in the middle of a confession. The era of the untouchables is officially over, and the man they tried to bury is the one now digging their graves. The leaked 3-minute clip, the one that 50 Cent's team is calling the Judas tape, begins with a timestamp of 2:14 a.m. The camera quality isn't grainy. It's a high-definition, thermal-enhanced security feed from the mansion's gold room. The lighting is dim, the air is thick with expensive cigars, and the table is littered with NDAs and legal documents that were never meant to leave that room. This is the inner sanctum. This is where the music industry's untouchables feel safe to be monsters. The first shocking moment happens just 45 seconds in. We see a legendary rap mogul, a man who has built a multi-million-dollar brand on the concept of loyalty and never snitching, leaning over to a rival executive. He isn't just talking, he is confessing. The audio is crystal clear thanks to 50 Cent's high-end audio restoration team. The mogul is heard detailing a 2022 shooting incident that sent a younger, rising artist to federal prison. "I gave the feds the location of the stash house," he says, laughing as he pours a glass of $5,000 cognac. "He was getting too big, too fast. I had to clear the path for my own artist's Q3 album release." The betrayal is sickening. This is a man who is seen hugging that artist's mother at the sentencing hearing. This is a man who posted "Free Him" on Instagram for 3 years straight. And here he is, caught in 4K, admitting he was the architect of that young man's downfall. It wasn't a street rivalry. It was a cold, calculated business move to protect a market share. But the horror doesn't stop there. As the camera pans, we see two global pop icons, a couple who are currently mid-divorce in the most publicized legal battle of 2026. In the footage, they aren't fighting. They aren't crying. They are clinking glasses and laughing about the fake PR breakup they staged to manipulate the public's sympathy and boost their joint streaming numbers. They are heard discussing how much they made from the exclusive "Sad" interview they gave to a major magazine. One of them says, "The fans are so stupid. They'll buy anything if you put a tear on it." This isn't just a gossip story. It's a revelation of how the elite view the very people who pay their bills. The tension in the video hits a boiling point at the 2-minute mark. A West Coast legend, a man known for his street cred and gang ties, is seen handing a blue folder to a man in a gray suit. This man has been identified by 50 Cent's insider sources as an active, high-level consultant for a federal task force. He isn't being interrogated. He is volunteering information. The West Coast legend is heard saying, "If you give me immunity on the tax evasion and the offshore accounts, I'll give you the whole East Coast roster. I have the wiretaps. I have the receipts." The room in the footage goes silent for a split second as a pop diva enters, visibly agitated, screaming about a hush money payment that didn't clear. She mentions a name so big, so prestigious, that even 50 Cent had to bleep it out for the teaser. But the unfiltered version is rumored to be circulating on the dark web, and it implicates a former political figure in a scandal that could trigger a national inquiry. The reaction in the room isn't shock. It's business as usual. They are all complicit. They are all involved in a shadow board that decides who lives and who dies in the music industry. But then comes the first massive twist that has caused a literal blackout in certain talent agencies. Just as the West Coast legend is about to sign a document in the footage, a voice from off-camera, someone we haven't seen yet, says, "Make sure you get my 20% cut for setting this meeting up." The camera pans to the shadows, and the person who steps out is the very person who is supposed to be the mogul's biggest victim, the young artist who was snitched on and sent to prison. The twist is devastating. He was never in prison. He's been out for months, hiding in this mansion, working with the man who supposedly betrayed him to set up the other 9 rappers in the room. This wasn't a betrayal of one artist. It was an orchestrated sting operation by 50 Cent and this victim to record everyone in the room confessing to their own crimes. 50 Cent didn't just find the footage. He directed the entire scenario. The mansion isn't owned by a mogul or a shell company. It is a monitored facility owned by a private security firm linked directly to 50 Cent's G-Unit empire. Every bottle of alcohol, every cigar, and every private conversation was a trap. The rappers in that room didn't just expose their secrets. They walked into a digital slaughterhouse. 50 Cent's voiceover cuts in as the screen glitches. "And you thought I was just a rapper? I'm the curator of your karma. The cliffhanger of this section? 50 Cent reveals that the West Coast legend realized it was a setup in the final 10 seconds of the clip. He looks directly into the hidden camera lens, his face pale with horror, and whispers, "He's here. He's in the house." The screen goes black, leaving viewers wondering, is 50 Cent actually in the mansion during the recording? The industry is in a state of absolute, shivering panic. As the first 180 seconds of the Judas tape hit the private servers, the escalation across the digital landscape was instantaneous and violent. Within 60 minutes, the hashtag the mansion tapes and hashtag 50 Cent's revenge had surpassed 100 million impressions. But then the second, more terrifying twist dropped, and it changed the entire narrative from a celebrity scandal to a criminal catastrophe. A Twitter thread from a verified former high-level bodyguard leaked a series of encrypted, end-to-end messages that appear to be a frantic 2 a.m. group chat between the 10 celebrities caught in the footage. The raw panic in these messages is palpable. One platinum-selling rapper writes, "We need to buy the rights. Now. Give him whatever he wants. 50M, 100M, just kill the master file before the feds see the signatures." The response from a global fashion mogul is chilling. It's too late. Netflix already has the backup, and 50 isn't answering the phone. He's just watching us burn on a live stream. But the real nuclear reveal, the one that has caused a literal blackout in certain Los Angeles talent agencies, is the discovery of the Blue File. According to high-level industry leaks, the 3 minutes of footage we saw are merely the prologue to a much larger, encrypted database that 50 Cent is calling the Blue File. This isn't just a video file. It's a digital dossier containing thousands of pages of DNA evidence, offshore bank statements, and wiretap transcripts. The Blue File allegedly proves that these 10 celebrities weren't just colleagues. They were members of a shadow board that systematically controlled which artists were allowed to succeed and which were eliminated from the industry through orchestrated scandals, planted drugs, or fake criminal charges. The industry backlash has been a bloodbath. Major labels are reportedly holding emergency, behind-closed-doors board meetings to discuss morality clauses and immediate contract terminations for the stars involved. A fake, internal memo from a major streaming giant allegedly leaked to Reddit, instructing its playlist editors to softly transition the music of the 10 involved artists out of all top-tier rotations. They are being digitally ghosted by the very machine they helped build. However, the most bone-chilling reveal, the one that has the entire internet in a state of shock, concerns a Grammy-winning producer who was a key figure in the Gold Room footage. Precisely 4 hours after the 3-minute clip leaked, he reportedly went missing. His custom-built SUV was found abandoned on the Pacific Coast Highway, the engine still idling, the door wide open, and his encrypted phone sitting on the passenger seat. On the screen was a single, unsent text message addressed to 50 Cent's private number. "You won, Curtis. I'll give you the names of the politicians if you just leave my family out of the final cut." This unsent message has sent shockwaves through Washington and Hollywood alike. It suggests that the mansion tapes aren't just about music. They involve people at the highest levels of government power. The revelation that this producer was willing to trade political secrets for his family's safety proves that the stakes are no longer just careers. They are lives. And then, 50 Cent added fuel to the absolute chaos. He posted a 5-second video on his Instagram story of a shredder destroying what looked like a blue folder, with the caption, "Some things are too dark for Netflix. I might just give these to the Department of Justice instead." Hashtag the final countdown. The cliffhanger of this section? A leaked audio clip surfaced on a private Discord server, allegedly from a hidden microphone inside 50 Cent's G-Unit offices. In the clip, a muffled voice that sounds exactly like one of the West Coast legends is heard sobbing, begging 50 to stop the release. 50's response? A cold, slow laugh followed by the words, "I told you in 2003. Many men wished death upon me. Now, I'm just returning the favor." The screen flickers with a new countdown timer, 24 hours remaining. The world is waiting for the next drop, and the industry is literally holding its breath, praying they aren't the next name on 50's list. The public reaction to the leaked 3 minutes of the mansion tapes hasn't just been a viral moment, it's a global digital uprising. Social media is currently a high-stakes war zone, divided into two radicalized camps: the truth seekers, who are hailing 50 Cent as a vigilante hero cleaning up a satanic and corrupt industry, and the hardcore stan bases, who are in a state of violent denial, desperately claiming the footage is sophisticated AI-generated propaganda funded by 50 Cent's G-Unit empire. On TikTok, a viral video from a former high-level assistant at a major West Coast label has already hit 15 million views. In it, she is visibly shaking, claiming she was forced to sign a lifetime silence agreement regarding that specific mansion party. "I saw Celebrity X walking into that gold room with that blue folder," she whispers in the video. If the world saw the full 20-minute version, every major music festival in 2026 would be cancelled by morning. The comment sections are exploding with fans burning their favorite artists' merchandise, while others are trying to crowdfund. The $50 million rumor says 50 Cent is asking to bury the full file. The industry reaction, however, is far more clinical and cold. According to leaked internal memos from the world's 3 largest record conglomerates, there is a total blacklist in effect. Emergency board meetings were reportedly held at 3 a.m. in New York and London. The directive? Isolate the assets. We are seeing the Great Purge in real time. 3 major summer festivals have already removed their headliners, all of whom were identified in the 3-minute clip, replacing them with legacy acts who have clean records. A major luxury fashion house reportedly sent a cease and desist to one of the rappers in the footage, demanding he stop wearing their brand in public to avoid brand contamination. But the most shocking industry move came from the streaming giants. A developer leak from a major music platform suggests they have coded a new algorithm specifically to shadow ban any artist mentioned in the blue file. Their songs won't be deleted, but they will never appear in New Music Friday or Top Hits playlists ever again. They are being erased from the cultural consciousness by the very machines they once controlled. Celebrity friends are also jumping ship in a display of pure Hollywood cowardice. An A-list pop diva, who has collaborated with at least 4 of the men in the footage, posted a cryptic Instagram story of a snake shedding its skin with the caption, "I always knew the basement was crowded. Stay safe, survivors." This post alone has sparked a new wave of fan investigations, with people trying to figure out if she was a victim or a witness. The division is fueling a fire that is consuming the entire loyalty culture of hip-hop. The debate isn't about music anymore, it's about the moral reset. News outlets like CNN and Fox are already dedicating primetime segments to the 50 Cent effect, with legal analysts predicting that at least 7 of the 10 careers in the footage are legally terminated. 50 Cent, witnessing the chaos he created, posted a screenshot of a trending topic list on Twitter. Every single one of the top 10 trends was related to his documentary. His caption? A simple, devastating line. "I didn't destroy your careers. Your secrets did. I just provided the subtitles. # the funeral." This statement has sent a new wave of panic through the industry. If 50 is this confident, it means the evidence in the blue file is far more than just video. It's a death warrant. The cliffhanger for the public? A rumor has surfaced that a joint press conference is being called by the lawyers of 3 of the rappers caught in the tape. The word is they aren't going to fight 50 Cent. They are going to turn state's evidence against the other 7. The betrayal is now coming from inside the circle. The house of cards is finally falling. Just when the world thought the mansion tapes couldn't get any darker, a final, catastrophic revelation has surfaced that redefines the entire 3-minute leak. An internal source from G-Unit Film and Television has leaked a terrifying detail. 50 Cent didn't just find this footage. He was invited to record it. The ultimate twist? One of the 10 celebrities in that room, a global icon who has been the face of the industry for 2 decades, is the one who personally handed the hard drive to 50 Cent. This wasn't an outside hack. It was a kamikaze move. This person knew their career was overdue to an upcoming federal indictment, so they decided to burn the entire house down with them. They wore a high-tech button camera during the entire party, capturing every whisper, every payoff, and every confession from their friends. But here's the part that has sent the legal teams into a state of cardiac arrest. 50 Cent has hinted that the 3 minutes we saw were merely a decoy. The real nuclear file contains a sit-down, 4K interview with a high-level music executive who has been officially missing and presumed dead since 2019. 50 is claiming this individual faked their death to escape this shadow board and has been hiding in a safe house protected by 50's private security for 3 years, waiting for this exact moment to testify on camera. The foreshadowing is deafening. The Mansion tapes aren't just about music careers. They're about a global power structure. As the screen in the documentary teaser flickers to black, a final, chilling message appears in blood-red text. March 5th. No survivors. No witnesses. Just the truth. But wait, there's one last cliffhanger that just dropped on a private Telegram channel. A 10-second audio clip has surfaced of 50 Cent talking to someone off camera. In it, 50 says, "They think I'm done with the 10 rappers? Tell them to check the guest list for the 11th person. The one who is sitting in the corner, silent. The one who owns the labels." The internet is now in a frenzy trying to identify this 11th man. If the person who owns the labels is caught in the crossfire, then it's not just 10 careers, it's the entire $30 billion music economy that is about to collapse. Is the 11th man a tech billionaire? A former president? Or the very man we all thought was a victim? 50 Cent's final post before going dark tonight was a photo of a single, empty chair in a dark room. The caption? Reserved for the king. See you on March 5th. Hashtag the final reckoning. The industry isn't just shaking, it's dissolving. We are 24 hours away from the release of the 11th name, and the silence from Hollywood is the loudest thing on earth right now. This is the end of the industry as we know it, but for you, the investigation is just beginning. We are tracking the 11th man and the blue file leaks 24/7. Who do you think is the mastermind sitting in that empty chair? Drop your theories in the comments. The most accurate prediction gets pinned. Don't let the labels silence the truth. Subscribe and hit the bell icon right now before this video is forced offline. The 5-minute unfiltered update drops tomorrow. You do not want to be the last to know. Click now, the clock is ticking.